Welcome to News Unbox Updates. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. This December, sweeping new pistol laws take effect nationwide, a turning point after years of debate and tragedy. For decades, the issue of gun control has divided Americans, but recent events have brought an unprecedented sense of urgency to the conversation. High-profile shootings in schools and places of worship have pushed gun control to the top of the national agenda. Each new tragedy has left communities reeling, fueling calls for lawmakers to finally take meaningful action. Lawmakers, under mounting pressure, passed the Safer Communities and Schools Act after a tragic school shooting in early 2025. The debate was intense, with passionate arguments on both sides, but the demand for change was impossible to ignore. The law, signed by the president, takes effect December 1st, giving everyone time to prepare. This window allows schools, law enforcement, and gun owners to adapt to the new requirements. A major catalyst was the U.S. Surgeon General's 2024 declaration of gun violence as a public health crisis, reframing the issue as a threat to all Americans. This marked a shift from seeing gun violence solely as a criminal matter to recognizing its impact on the nation's health and well-being. This public health approach energized advocates who argued for strong preventative action, much like fighting a disease. Health professionals joined activists, emphasizing the need for early intervention and community-based solutions. The law's momentum also came from shifting public opinion. Recent polls show 85% of Americans support universal background checks, and a growing majority believe that stricter laws are necessary to keep communities safe. In fact, 70% support banning guns from schools. Parents, teachers, and students have become vocal advocates for safer learning environments, demanding that lawmakers listen to their concerns. With such widespread support, inaction became politically impossible. Elected officials faced mounting pressure from their constituents to deliver real results. The new rules are the result of citizens' voices, advocacy, and a demand for change. Grassroots movements and local leaders played a crucial role in shaping the legislation. December's deadline is the culmination of years of legislative effort and public outcry. It represents a historic moment in the ongoing struggle to reduce gun violence. The law aims to address gun violence as a national crisis, not just a criminal issue. It seeks to prevent future tragedies by focusing on prevention, education, and accountability. It's a response to both tragedy and the will of the people. The memories of those lost continue to inspire action and hope for a safer future. The changes reflect a new consensus. Gun safety is a public responsibility. Communities across the country are coming together to support these reforms. As the date approaches, the nation prepares for a new era in gun regulation. The coming months will test how well these laws are implemented and whether they can deliver on their promise. The question now is how these changes will reshape American life, and whether this moment will mark the beginning of lasting progress toward a safer, more united country. The new pistol law brings sweeping changes every American should know. It's not just a minor update. This is a comprehensive overhaul that will affect gun owners, dealers, and families across the country. All pistol sales and transfers, no matter where or between whom, now require a licensed dealer to run a background check, closing the gun show loophole. This means private sales, online transactions, and even gifts between friends or family must go through a dealer, ensuring every transfer is tracked and vetted. Concealed carry permits are standardized nationwide, with stricter training, live fire practice, and a more thorough vetting process. Applicants must now demonstrate real proficiency and understanding of gun laws before being approved. There's also a minimum age of 21 for all pistol purchases and permits. Sensitive places, like all schools, colleges, federal buildings, courthouses, and polling places, are now federally gun-free zones, with very few exceptions. This aims to reduce the risk of violence in locations where large groups gather or where children are present. If a church operates a school, the entire property is a gun-free zone. This closes a loophole that previously allowed firearms in some shared spaces. Safe storage is now mandatory. Pistols must be locked away when not in your direct control, whether at home or in your vehicle, to prevent unauthorized access. You must use a safe, lockbox, or trigger lock. These requirements apply to all gun owners, regardless of experience or household situation. Owners face penalties if unsecured guns are used to cause harm. This includes both criminal and civil consequences, making responsible storage more important than ever. The law's goal: keep guns out of the wrong hands, prevent accidents, and protect children. It's about saving lives and reducing tragedies before they happen. These changes create a consistent national standard for pistol ownership and use, so everyone knows the rules, no matter where they live or travel. The days of patchwork state laws and loopholes are over. Now, there's one clear set of expectations for all Americans. Every gun owner must adapt to these new responsibilities. Staying informed and compliant is essential to avoid penalties and keep your community safe. The law marks a fundamental shift in how America approaches gun safety, setting a new standard for responsibility and accountability nationwide. The new rules will be felt most in schools and places of worship, where daily routines and long-standing practices are now being upended. All K-12 schools, colleges, and universities are now federally designated gun-free zones, no exceptions for teachers or staff, even if previously allowed by state law. This means that even those who were once permitted to carry for protection or as part of their job must now leave their firearms at home. This overrides local permissions and has sparked debate. Some say it makes schools safer, while others feel it removes a crucial line of defense against potential threats. The conversation is emotional, with strong opinions on both sides. For parents and educators, the change is immediate and non-negotiable. Many are adjusting to new security protocols and grappling with questions about how best to protect students. In places of worship, the law is more complex. If a religious institution operates a school, the entire property is gun-free. This includes not just classrooms, but sanctuaries, offices, and even parking lots. This has caused confusion for congregations with volunteer security teams, who now face uncertainty about how to keep their communities safe during services and events. Attendees must now check if their place of worship is connected to a school before bringing a firearm, leading to new habits and extra caution each week. Religious leaders are working to inform their communities and balance safety with concerns about self-defense. Many are holding meetings, distributing information, and answering tough questions from their congregations. The law's reach extends beyond schools, affecting daily routines and community life. Everyday activities, from school drop-offs to community gatherings, are now shaped by these new boundaries. Gun owners must be vigilant about where they carry, double-checking locations and staying updated on the latest regulations to avoid unintentional violations. The new rules demand awareness and adaptation from everyone, prompting conversations in homes, workplaces, and community centers about what these changes mean for personal safety and responsibility. The impact is immediate, reshaping how Americans think about safety in public spaces. For many, it's a time of adjustment, uncertainty, and heightened awareness. The law's effects will ripple through communities nationwide, influencing not just policy, but the everyday lives and peace of mind of millions of Americans. Supporters say the new law is a vital step to reduce gun violence and save lives. They point to over 800,000 gun deaths since 2001, calling for bold national action. Expanded background checks and safe storage are seen as common sense measures to keep guns from dangerous individuals and prevent accidents. Advocates compare gun violence to a public health crisis, arguing that prevention, like seatbelt laws, can save lives. Gun-free zones in schools are designed to protect children and create safer learning environments. Supporters believe these rules balance individual rights with public safety, bringing the U.S. closer to international standards. For them, the law is a moderate, necessary response to a national emergency. Critics argue the law infringes on Second Amendment rights and punishes responsible gun owners. They see expanded background checks as government overreach and fear the creation of a national gun registry. Opponents say gun-free zones create soft targets, making places less safe, not more. They argue that standardized training and age limits ignore local needs and traditions. Critics worry safe storage rules could hinder self-defense and doubt the law will deter criminals. Instead, they call for enforcing existing laws and addressing root causes like poverty and mental health. States like Washington and North Carolina offer a preview of what's ahead. Washington's assault weapons ban faced immediate legal challenges, a pattern expected with the new federal pistol rules. Court battles will likely create uncertainty and a patchwork of rulings for years. In North Carolina, a law allowing armed staff in private schools was overridden by the new federal ban, frustrating local leaders. These examples highlight the tension between state and federal authority. Communities that crafted their own solutions must now adapt to national rules. The new law will reshape local politics and spark ongoing legal and social battles. Gun owners and law enforcement face a period of adjustment and uncertainty. The real-world impact will unfold in courtrooms and communities across the country. Compared to other developed nations, the US remains an outlier on gun laws. Even after these changes, the UK bans nearly all handguns. Gun ownership is a privilege, not a right. Japan's process is even stricter, with rigorous testing and annual inspections. Handguns are banned. In Canada, pistols are tightly regulated and self-defense is not a valid reason for ownership. These countries treat guns as exceptions, not the norm. Supporters of the new US law point to these nations as proof that stricter laws reduce violence. Critics counter that America's unique history and constitutional rights make direct comparisons flawed. They argue cultural factors, not just laws, shape crime rates. Even with new rules, the US still allows carrying pistols for self-defense, a key difference. The debate over how much to borrow from other countries continues. As December arrives, every American must understand and follow the new pistol rules. All sales require background checks, no exceptions or private deals. Concealed carry now demands stricter training and a minimum age of 21. Schools and federal buildings are gun-free zones, and ignorance of the law won't be an excuse. Legal challenges are coming, so rules may evolve. Stay informed. The law puts more responsibility on gun owners for safe storage and compliance. Its goal: reduce gun violence and make communities safer. For now, learn the rules, follow them, and prepare for a new era in American gun ownership.